Hey, thanks everybody for backing so far. And if you're checking out this video because you're just evaluating the project and thinking about backing, welcome. Thanks for your time. Thought it would be cool to read a bit from the proof. That was the basis of my hardcover order the other day. So I ordered a series of a dozen paperbacks, trade paper, back on January 1st. We're waiting for those to arrive. Was hoping they would be here already so I could put that front and center at the top of my campaign, but they've not arrived yet. The hardcover, I got a new cover design for. That one I sent out an order for just yesterday, and I put a rush on it for an extra $2 to try to get it here sooner rather than later, because I really want to share what the physical product looks like with everybody, so you know what it is that you're backing. And let's look at this thing together, and I'll share the first page with you that I inserted into the one copy first. This is the first page. Uh, this this is the very first hardcover cloth printing of the book Max and the Capital of Spies, a Max Frederick story. If you're holding this book in your hands, no doubt you know its worth, and you must live with that knowledge. God help you from going completely insane. This copy I'm definitely going to hold on to because I think it's cute. So here is the electronic proof of that hardcover. You can see the actual cloth cover is this blue, which I think is pretty nice. And we've got the whole layout there, the math for like the edges of the book that fold around the front, or the slip cover that fold around the front, and the copyright page, title page. I think it's looking pretty good. We've got a dedication. You know, a student pointed out to me the other day that they asked me if I had a about the author page, and I don't have an about the author page. So maybe for the next printing, I'll insert an about the author page. I just wanted to share with you the first page or two. We'll just do like little reading. So the first chapter is called The Shift. On a Friday, 2 months before receiving the mysterious package, Max Fredericks was scouring the Volkspark perimeter for his tutor, Brady. That was when 2021 dissolved into 1965. A few moments later, he witnessed the abduction that sent him careening through Cold War Berlin. It's happening, Max realized as the shift from present to past began with a wave of queasiness. He struggled to keep his footing, focusing on the silver Renault that had caught his attention before the world turned to static. He turned in a slow circle. The white, six-story walk-up apartment building across from the street blurred. Behind him, the wrought iron fence atop the low wall remained, but its pickets bent and wobbled. Late November Berlin's grayish haze transformed into something grayer and hazier. Max's 2021 perceptions disappeared inside the filter of this transition, which hit harder than any he'd experienced so far. Max coached himself. It's okay. You've done this before. This is why you're here. You wanted this. You can handle it. But it didn't pass right away. He waited, working to ensure he didn't stop breathing as he had before. Ugh, but this is new. The unease in his stomach threatened full-blown nausea as the world disintegrated and then reintegrated pixel by pixel, as though a novice photographer were bringing the world into focus. Things tilted, became firm, and then tipped again. He staggered 3 steps backward across the sidewalk and away from the granite curb. He exhaled and then inhaled, counting to 4 for each breath. He steadied himself, closing his eyes and leaning into the fence ringing the People's Park. He sat on the brick sidewalk, leaning hard into the concrete and stone ledge. He waited. It'll be okay. Consciousness returned, the world's metamorphosis complete, but Max's stomach continued churning. Acclimating to a different time had never taken so long before. Max held his face in his hands as though it would help him hurry the process and stop the vibrations. He rubbed his temples and closed his eyes, massaging his cranium through close-cropped hair. The sickness passed. He opened his eyes. His own time was gone. So that's the first 2 pages or so of Max in the Capital of Spies, a Max Frederick story. And as you can tell, there's a bit of time travel. He spends most of it in 1965. The stuff from 1965 is all based on the reading that I've done and detailed that with an actual bibliography at the back of this book, which some of you are going to be excited about, maybe, if you're like me, and some of you are going to be bored by, and you could just skip that part, of course. I wrote this in 2017, the draft anyhow, and then just kind of finished the draft by 2020. And during the pandemic, I counted at least 450 hours that summer, closer to 500 hours that summer, just editing and rewriting. I just wanted to draw your attention to it. So this is like the stuff that happens in 1965 is based on this research, based on my visits to the prison, a couple of visits to the prison, discussions with former prisoners, the kind of documentary videos they've got that they show people when you visit. I took a German tour, I took an English tour. I got to just ask questions of this guy who had been held by the Stasi. Maybe I'll share that story with you another time. Yeah, that's the update. I wanted to read a little bit. I wanted to tell you a little bit more about it. I'm proud of it, and I think it is in really great shape. I'm really excited to get this out there. Right now, as I'm recording this video, we're at 139% of the minimum target that I had set, and that is awesome. And I want us to keep going. 1,500, there's a stretch goal for a virtual book release. And the book release is going to take place on Friday, the 8th of March, 2024 at the Printed Garden. And I aim to set up some kind of web stream for that, provided the owner of the shop is cool with it. And if not, I'm going to have on the same day a separate event web streamed. I have a feeling that my friend Aaron at the shop will be cool with it. He runs an amazing bookstore here in Sandy, Utah. If you're in the area, check it out. Well, that's it for now. I'll check in another time. Thanks again for your support. It means a lot.